In March this year, all schools in the country were shut as part of measures to curb the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Many students, teachers, and even parents were left with no choice but to opt for virtual learning. Sadly, not all have such privilege, causing them to pause their education indefinitely. But Julius Ilori, with some of his colleagues, have risen up to this challenge by developing this continuous learning platform, a web application that provides free educational materials to secondary school students, enabling them to study on their own at home.
The continuous learning web app we created was initiated as a response to the COVID-19 school lockdown that started in late March, and we came up with this initiative to complement the effort of the government to see how we can create a solution that can help people to keep accessing educational materials while they are still at home. So since we started this initiative, we have been able to reach over 1,000 young people in different parts of Nigeria, and also we have also recruited some teachers, we call them neighborhood volunteer teachers. These are young people in various communities who volunteer to use this web app to teach, to bridge the gap. Those people who could not access internet, who could not access good phones, who don't have access to laptop. These teachers are the one visiting them in the community to make sure they are teaching them, and we have recorded massive success in different communities in Lagos.
Understanding that it's easier to access a mobile device than a laptop, the team deliberately designs the web app for mobile devices with an option to download the materials for offline use.
Initially, it was launched as an e-library so that students who log onto the platform can come in, look for educational materials of their choice, and then download them for offline use. But in a bid for us to offer more to the students who were constantly interacting with the platform, we decided to add the feature whereby they could take mock tests. Now, on one click, these students get access and then they're able to test what they've learned. So far, we've been working on how we're going to improve the platform so that we can make it more robust for these students to test their knowledge and keep improving themselves while they are currently at home.
As clamors increase for learning institutions to reopen, the federal government has rolled out guidelines that must be met by each school before that can happen. However, no set date has been released for students to return to schools, and applications like the continuous learning platform can help bridge the gap for the students as well as prepare them for the post-COVID-19 era that will be driven by technological innovations. Like several other students who have been forced to stay at home due to the coronavirus pandemic, 17-year-old Bridget Onmanta transitions to online learning to prepare for her exams. By turning to QuizIK, an app that uses games to motivate students, Bridget can stay on top of her lessons. Amid the school closures, QuizIK aims to show learning can be fun.
At first, when I tried the app, I did not get anything. So I was the last on the leaderboard. So I felt like for people that are writing the same exams to be at the top, so I need to do something to get to that point. So when I did it the first time, I went back to read. Then I started playing the game consistently. So majorly, the reason why I used to go there was because of the competitiveness and the information it had to offer.
Aimed at secondary school students, the app features quiz tests where users can test their knowledge in the subjects in their school syllabus, and where they can also enter competitions with other students to test their understanding. Launched in March 2019, QuizIK is the brainchild of Tade Sampson and two other co-founders. Growing up, Tade says he struggled to learn and one day came across a TV program that showcased children studying using gamification methods, which inspired him to replicate it in Nigeria.
QuizIK was created with the goal of actually making learning fun for the students. We want more students to see learning more like learning is not an affliction, and it shouldn't be an affliction. It should be fun. It should be something like my secondary school self. You want to say, I want to learn. My secondary school self should not be saying, oh, give me a book. Remember sometimes when I had to force us that we should read, and we'll be sleeping and we'll carry the book like this. and we are gone.
It wasn't really built for this time, but we have actually put in a lot of effort. We failed, and then we have learned and we moved on. So a lot has actually gone so for us to get to this stage. But like more or less like we were prepared when this time actually came, and that's really gave us much more attention.
The app uses digital tickets that can be bought for 1,000 naira to 3,000 naira, and these digital tickets can last for 1 month to a year. With more than 9,000 users, many of whom joined in the last 3 months due to school closures, the team behind QuizIK says an app like this could not have come at a better time. The founders also say they are working to provide more features on the application.